Kenya Airways is carrying out an economic viability assessment on direct flights to Israel as Kenya seeks to increase exports to the Middle East nation. Trade Cabinet Secretary Betty Maina says Kenya and Israel have signed a horticultural produce export agreement.
Is at an advanced stage of resuming direct flights to Israel after a 2-decade suspension. Israel suspended direct flights from Kenya after a failed terrorist attack on an Israeli airline in Mombasa. Trade Cabinet Secretary Betty Maina says direct flights might resume soon as the national carrier is carrying out an economic viability assessment.
Now we think that it's time to also restart our direct flights, and Kenya Airways has been in conversation with their counterparts in Israel in that regard.
Direct flights between Nairobi and Jerusalem are expected to boost trade and tourism after the two nations last week signed agreements including horticultural exports directly to Israel, as opposed to the current scenario that involves third parties.
I think that they should be able to import that directly from Kenya rather than through third parties, because a lot of their flowers they will get from Netherlands, but they actually came from Kenya. We should actually open lines of direct trade.
Last year, Kenya exported goods worth 890 million shillings to Israel, and imports were worth 5.2 billion shillings. Beson Rioba reporting for Prime Edition.